CTV Community Television presents The Focus Program, hosted by Paul Dingeman.
Welcome to the month of September. It's unreal how the year is moving along, as they say, but it is. And when September rolls around, that means there's lots of things happening. It means the kids are back in school, school doors are open, and we have a whole series of activities in St. Clair, Marine City that begin. One of those is the 4th annual series of concerts at St. Mary's Church in St. Clair. There is a concert coming up around the corner, and that performer is Dr. Christopher Reynolds. Welcome to the Focus Show. Nice to see you, sir.
Nice having me.
You are an organist,
yes.
And we are glad that you are here. You're going to be performing Sunday, September the 20th in the beautiful St. Mary's Church. Talk to me about what your performance is going to be.
Well, it's going to be a mix of things. There's really no theme to this recital. I wanted to do a program of pieces that would really show off the organ and bring out all the colors possible for the audience to enjoy.
Well, how long have you been an organist?
About 20 years.
Just beginning, huh?
Yeah.
Just a beginner, just
yes.
a beginner.
Yeah.
Why did you pick an instrument like that? I know young people, sometimes 7, 8, 9 years old, will pick up a guitar or pick up a clarinet. How did you become involved with the wonderful instrument, the organ?
Well, really through the church, because my grandmother was a pianist and an organist, and she actually gave me my first piano lessons and sort of an introduction to the organ.
So it's a family business.
Yes. But, there's really no other instrument like the organ that, it's essentially an orchestra within itself. So to be able to play an instrument with that much power is very enticing to a very young child.
Hand-eye coordination is used in a lot of things, but you've got to be using your feet as well as your hands. I don't think people understand that.
Oh yes, yeah, and your mind
and your
as
hand,
well.
Your
yeah,
head, right?
Yes.
Right. So the performance is on the Sunday afternoon at 5 o'clock, and this has been a great series, the St. Mary's concert series. As I said, has been going on for 4 years now, and. There's the picture. Where's the picture? You had a picture up? Okay. No? You had a picture? There it is, right there. There's your picture, and the program promotion flyer from Paul Schaefer. So the public is invited. There's a nominal charge, right? And but we want you people to come, and when they get there, what should they do? Just sit back and enjoy?
Sit back and enjoy, relax, and be prepared to be transformed.
What kinds of again? Let's go through the recital. What are you going to perform?
Well, the first half does sort of have a little bit of a theme to it. It's all early works, and they're composers that are all kind of related to each other in some form or fashion. But then the second half is more romantic and 20th century pieces that are really no theme to them at all, but they really show off the organ very nicely. So.
How do you like the organ there?
It's a nice instrument.
And do you get a chance and opportunity to perform in many different venues?
Oh, yes, yes.
Your background, I think you're from University of Michigan?
Yes.
Talk to me about that. You went to school there for?
Yes, I did my doctoral work there. I was one of the last doctoral students to actually finish with Clair Mason. She was celebrating her 60th anniversary when I started.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And just retired after 67 years.
Just amazing. What a mentor, what a great opportunity to be with someone like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, we encourage people to come Sunday, September the 20th, 5 o'clock. Have we missed anything? It's a great concert, and the tickets are available. I can go through that. Tickets are available at Port Huron Music Center, the St. Clair Art Association, the St. Mary's Church. There'll be an afterglow at the Voyager, which is always a fun thing. Individual tickets are only $15. A family's $30, so that's a real bargain. And the appetizer afterglow is included at the Voyager for the $30 ticket, right, Paul? And students, if they want to come, it's a reduced price of $5 at the door. So, Christopher, we're glad you're coming to the community, and We're looking forward to hearing the beautiful sounds come out of that wonderful organ.
Looking forward to playing.
Great. We'll be back with our next guest, Deb Johnson, in just a second. We are back with a friend by the name of Deb Johnson, Executive Director of that wonderful institution called St. Clair County Community Mental Health.
Thank you, Paul.
Nice to see you.
It's great to see you.
Happy Labor Day weekend, as they say.
I'm looking forward to that.
You have got a project coming up this month called CMH Wellness Fair. What is a wellness fair?
Well, it's a great opportunity. We have tons of resources for physical health care and mental health care, and we call it the Healthy Minds, Healthy Bodies Wellness Fair.
I've heard that term before, Healthy Minds, Healthy Bodies.
It's our tagline for our Run for Recovery,
Yeah.
but also it fits completely with our mission, which is we're trying to get to the full integration of physical and mental health care. So the Wellness Fair, we have it annually. It's going to be Wednesday, September 23rd.
Okay.
It will be at our main office in Port Huron at 3111 Electric Avenue. It's free and open to the public, and we got a lot of great things happening. You can get your blood glucose checked, blood pressure, your height, your weight, your BMI, if you really want to know that. It's good to know. We're going to do depression screenings, stress screenings, and other types of health screenings. We also have some fun things like massage, which I'll probably make sure I get in there at least for a 10-minute chair massage.
Absolutely.
And posture assessments, if you're sitting up properly.
Right.
And also the fire department will be there. They have a hazard house, and they also have a smoke house. We'll be doing dental screenings, and we'll have some yoga, Zumba, and other physical activities going on. You can participate in that. For the kids, we have a lot of fun things. We have a bounce house. We have carnival-like games, and basketball free throw contest. And also we'll have a commodity food truck there, lots of food that will be given away for free. And also we'll be giving everybody a pack of hygiene products.
Oh.
And if, a free pasta meal for everybody too. It'll be like
Wow.
pasta, salad. We've done this for actually since we've opened. We've done it every year. And we get anywhere from 500 to 1,000 people there.
Wow, that's amazing.
It is amazing. Just pray for good weather that day.
Jim Kazaneski, you pronounce his last name.
No,
I got you doing it.
No, I can do it. Jim Kokonieski.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
He makes that pasta from scratch, and really is tremendous.
And Mike Moretz will be there helping him. And so, yeah, we have some other, and obviously some people that we serve that work in our galley program will also be help preparing food. So also everybody who completes and goes to all the different resource tables and booths, they'll have something like whether it's a passport card, they'll get it marked at each station, and then it goes in for a door prize drawing. And we gave away a lot of great prizes last year, including bicycles with helmets for kids, basketball, volleyballs, gift cards, just a lot of great things that are donated to us. I think there was a Y membership in there last year, Viking, things like that. It probably wasn't a whole year, but
now,
at least.
There must be a charge for that. And if you've got that much fun and that much entertainment and that much food, you got to charge people.
No, because we get a lot of things donated.
Okay.
So it is free to the public.
That's a huge word, F-R-E-E, free.
Completely free. So free meal, free fun and games, and free potential chance at door prizes. So you don't have to buy tickets. You get a ticket for completing, the series of things that we want people. The goal is obviously to expose people to get their health checked, their physical health and mental health. And if it turns out they might have some issues, we'll make referrals and things like that. So, yeah, it's a great time, and we just always hope for great weather that day.
You have a wonderful staff of people. How many employees you got now, round figure?
Over 300.
Over 300. And their function every day is to help people, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And we have a lot of people, even though this obviously goes beyond our hours of normal operation, we have tons of staff that are willing to stay after and help out and work with this. We've got a committee that kind of puts this all together, and it's a great event. So. And I guess, I think I talked a little bit about this last time, but just in case people didn't see us, because I think I came on right after we got the announcement of our big federal grant for integrated healthcare?
Yeah, I think you did.
Or else I'm getting mixed up because
No,
I've been...
no, you do a lot of
Okay.
interviews, but
Yeah, but anyways,
let's talk about it.
just because it's a perfect segue from this Healthy Minds, Healthy Body Resource Fair and what we're trying to do. We have an integrated healthcare project. We received approval from SAMHSA, federal government, to
You didn't say Santa, did you?
It's like Santa because it's $400,000 a year each year for 4 years.
Thank you, Santa.
Thank you, Santa and SAMHSA,
Okay.
Substance Abuse, Mental Health, and Services of
Right.
yeah, okay. So anyways, so we got this big grant. Our partners in it are now Lake Huron Medical Center, former Mercy Hospital, and also the St. Clair County Health Department and Net Mercantile, and a couple of local physicians that we're going to be working together to try to address the physical health care needs of people that we're currently serving, people with severe mental illness who are not hooked up sufficiently with primary health care. And I'm sure I've said this fact before, it's pretty well known out there that people with severe mental illness die on the average of 25 years earlier than their counterparts without mental illness. And the reason is because of chronic health conditions that go not being addressed. So we're very excited about this initiative. We hope to serve 236 people is our exact goal for the first year. And then we will, and part of that includes developing a Medicaid clinic on our site, which will be kind of an extension of the People's Clinic, but there will continue to be a People's Clinic, free clinic, and then there will also be running alongside of it a Medicaid clinic.
So you got facilities within, or enough room within your facility to set up a clinic?
Well, it's actually already there as the People's Clinic, but they're
Okay.
just there 2 days a week right now, 2 half days, and they're providing free health care to people who have no insurance.
Okay.
So if you have insurance, you can't go there. So, but we're working with them to convert it to be able to accept Medicaid and possibly Medicare, because most people we serve have Medicaid and or Medicare. So, so that's kind of our target group of people. We're very excited about it. It's going to be, I think, a huge, great thing for our community to improve the overall health.
Economy's coming better, the employment rate is getting better, but St. Clair County still has lots of issues. How many people, round figures, would you serve in a year?
We serve about 4,000 people in a year. Through that includes the children with severe emotional disturbances, children with developmental disabilities, adults with mental illness, adults with developmental disabilities, and people with substance use disorders, and any combinations of those things.
And suicide prevention?
We do a lot of suicide prevention activities. We sponsor sort of the survivors of suicide support group. We're helping that group to coordinate a big walk that's coming up October 11th at East China Park. And although I didn't bring all the exact info about that, but that is definitely the date. And if people want to know more about that, they can always call Amy Smith at or Karen Zaltek at Community Mental Health, 95-8900.
But all of your services are free,
Yes.
right?
Yes, there's sometimes there could be people who have an ability to pay, and that
Okay.
gets kind of complicated. But we have
But overall,
overall,
the agency is there to help.
yeah, it's definitely there to help. Some people might have an ability to pay, and then they pay a small portion. But
Okay.
for the most part, people have Medicaid, Medicare, and their insurances cover our services.
I guess what I'm trying to get at is that if people are concerned about themselves, whether it be mental or physical, weight, whatever, don't be afraid to call.
Right. Because even if you're not eligible for our services, because we do have kind of specific criteria for who's eligible, and one of the big things is having Medicaid insurance, because our general fund dollars have been reduced continuously over the last 10, 12 years. We used to get about $13 million a year to provide for people without insurances or with insufficient insurance. We now get $790,000.
Wow.
Yeah. So the bulk of our money is Medicaid, about $45 million plus, and then we have a little local money. But so anyways, yeah. So
Boy, you got a reaction there when you said your budget was cut.
I know. See, somebody doesn't like that. We don't like it either. But I think we're doing a lot of great things. We've been applying for grant after grant, and we actually just applied for another one to help folks, actually kids with trauma issues. And hopefully we get that through the Health Endowment Fund, which is the fund set up for the state of Michigan by Blue Cross Blue Shield. And so there's a lot of money that's going to be available over the next several years. So we actually are just submitting a grant, working through our community foundation, St. Clair County Community Foundation.
And one final thing, you don't only do St. Clair, you also do Sand Lake County, right?
No, not
you
anymore.
are separate.
We're separate. We used St. Clair County, and I used to manage the Medicaid funds for Lapeer and Sand County along with St. Clair, but now that structure has changed, and so my focus is on St. Clair County.
Okay. There is one more thing, and talk to me about that.
There is one more thing. We have our art show coming up.
Okay.
Because we have an art program
Yes.
for folks. It's part of our anti-stigma initiatives. And you can see tons of beautiful artwork at Studio 1219, downtown Port Huron, and beginning September 17th, lasting through October 17th. And we're going to have an opening reception on the 17th of September from 4 to 6. We usually have some little snacks and things, and that is also free and open to the public. And we encourage people to come check out and see all the multi-talented.
And don't you always feature the winning artist on a billboard and give them some good notoriety every year?
Yes, but not this one.
Not this one. That's another program.
That's the high school poster contest, but yes. But a lot of this artwork too is displayed. Some of it we purchase and we hang in our building. We have a ton of artwork in our building that was created by people who use our services. And some of this will be for sale. Some of it's not, but some of it is.
So it's September the 17th at 4 to 6 at Studio 1219 right on Military Street there.
And the address is 1219 Military.
Right, that's right.
Yeah.
And across the street from Dairy Queen, so everybody can
get a little
go
snack.
see some art and get some Dairy Queen.
Exactly.
Deb Johnson, always a pleasure.
It's always a
Thank
pleasure
you
to be
so
here.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll be back with another friend by the name of Carl Herzer from the St. Clair Masonic Lodge in St. Clair. And Carl's going to talk about a program that they're going to have going on for child identity during the Whistles on the Water, which is coming up the end of this month of September. We'll be right back. We are thinking that it's about the 9th or 10th year for a project called Whistles on the Water in downtown St. Clair, which has grown each year. Wonderful event coming up the Saturday, September the 26th. It's an all-day affair, and it's great for the whole family. One of the activities that's going on is with the St. Clair Masonic Lodge, and joining us to tell us about what they're going to be doing during Whistles on the Water this year are Steve Snell. Nice to see you. Welcome to the Focus program. And a good friend by the name of Carl Herzer, a man about town, raconteur, and a daily communicant at the McDonald's.
Well, yes, we tried to spread the good news.
Spread the good news at McDonald's. You solve a lot of world problems
That's right.
in that group at
That's right.
McDonald's. But let's talk about something a little more serious about the St. Clair Masonic Lodge.
Yes.
Talk to me about the lodge first, and then what you're going to do on the 26th.
Well, our lodge is located at 1800 St. Clair Highway.
Can't get there from here, though.
No, you can't on one side. The other side you can get off of King Road, but coming off St. Clair Highway, you can't. Or not St. Clair Highway, but Boucher Highway.
Right.
But our lodge has been there. We're actually celebrating 150th anniversary this year.
Marvelous.
So we've been around a long time. One of the first lodges in the state of Michigan. What
Wow.
else we got going
Now
on?
that I didn't know.
Now, we had a little bit of a decrease in membership through the 80s and 90s, and slowly our membership's starting to pick up. And we're trying to get more involved in the community. That's why we're trying to do this down at the Whistles on the Water and Chalk the Walk. That's our main purpose. As Masons, our main purpose is to make good men better and try to help out the community, because that's how you get to become a better person, is to get out there and help others.
I just saw on television the other night
Yes.
that 14, I think it was, presidents of the United States
Yes.
have been members of the Masonic Lodge. The last one being Gerald Ford. And that was a new little tidbit that I
And actually, our
happened to see.
first president also, George Washington.
George Washington was too.
There's actually a statue of him in downtown Detroit by the Mariners Church right down there, and he's in his Masonic garb.
Wow.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
So we actually have a walk down, I believe, on his birthday, that we go down there.
Your lodge you've been in St. Clair for a long time in that location. You've been
No, not in
serving-
that exact location, because that building is about 50 years old, that location, because they used to be in downtown St. Clair. But we've been in St. Clair for 150 years.
Okay. Carl, you haven't been a member quite all those years, but
Close.
close.
50 years.
50 years. Well, congratulations.
Well, thank you.
That's wonderful. Talk to me about what you guys are planning to do during Whistles on the Water on the 26th.
Approximately 4 or 5 years ago, we thought it'd be a good idea, and it seemed to be a current theme in the United States to have a child ID vis-a-vis related to the Amber Alert.
Okay. All right.
What this does, a parent can bring a child down, and we take a computer snapshot of them on film, and we ask the child to say his name, and you like baseball, or like track, or like what extracurricular activities, to get a better profile of their personality. And they also are given a mouthpiece similar to a basketball or football player. They bite in that, takes an impression of their teeth. And then we take this disc out and we sign the name of the parents and the child, the date, we seal it, and we give it to the parent.
Okay, so you're not retaining anything.
We
Not at all.
retain no knowledge or background or anything on anybody. And what this does, in the past, by the time the police were notified or the authorities of a missing child, they had to go and do they had to do all this background information,
Go get some pictures out of the
get current and everything else.
snapshots.
A tooth impression and the
It was a lot of
photograph.
time wasted. So hence, now you have it, you give it to your police authorities, and
Wow.
they're gone. So it really expedites the process in order to help find this
Especially
child.
when someone, I mean, when a mother's in that kind of situation, they're emotional.
Oh,
You want
correct.
to be able to, so they go to one place, get all the information they need for their child,
Right.
so they can give it to the police, and they can get to work as fast as possible. Because there's a photograph of them in there. There's like you need identify, like if they have birthmarks, tattoos of any sort, that's written on there. It's also recommended that you do this every couple of years with your child due to the growth and the changes they might have in their bodies. But it's just something good so mothers can have some little bit of ease, so they know if something does happen, hopefully it never does, that they go to one spot and get it and it can start immediately.
Now, there'll be a charge for this.
No.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Nope.
Well, that's marvelous.
Yes.
So the Masonic Lodge of St. Clair is going to cover it, the
It's
cost.
going to pick up the tab.
Wow.
With help of the Grand Lodge of Michigan, they help facilitate. They help the guy comes out and sets everything up for us. And
Oh, this is a Masonic project for the whole state?
they do it throughout the state, but each Masonic Lodge does their own projects. We try to pick events where there's going to be a lot of children, so that we can hook up with families and we can do this for them for free and get it to them. But since 2005, we've done over 75,000 children in the state of Michigan.
That's marvelous.
So that is a good thing.
That's
Well,
marvelous.
I've got to give credit where credit's due. Dan Lockwood has really helped us.
I've heard the name. Is he new to town?
No, I think he's been here for some time.
Oh.
But he has presented the newspaper and press releases. He's helped us through the city and those channels to expedite that, to set up our stand and curtain. So that all adds to a smoother rollout to help these people. So Dan deserves some credit.
Well, no, and Dan does. We're teasing about Dan, but he's a wonderful addition to this community. He's been here for a long while, and certainly accomplished wonderful, wonderful things. Beginning with first one I can remember is the Imagination Station out on Kearney Drive, and he was instrumental in getting Blue Water Plastics and other organizations involved in that to make that such a success. And that's probably a 10-year anniversary too. Somewhere in there, 10 or 11 years that's been going on, maybe longer. But let's digress back, not to get off Dan Lockwood for a second and get back to you guys. Where physically are you going to be? The Whistles on the Water is in the north end of Palmer Park, and there's a spot there where St. Clair Wellness pays for you to have pictures taken with your child as the...
We will be set up in Palmer Park from 9 to 5 on,
Okay.
I believe that's September 26th, correct?
Yes.
We'll have a little tent set up. There'll be 15 of us around. We'll be well marked
Wow.
out. Yeah, we'll have plenty of members out there to help, so we can
Good.
facilitate this.
Great.
Because we don't want to take up people's time, so we want to get them in, get their stuff done, and let them go on and have a good day.
How long does it take? 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half hour?
I mean, the total process 15 to 20 minutes
Oh, okay.
maximum. That's on the longest end.
But parents should not be concerned about any leak of security or everything goes to them.
Nothing is saved on a computer, nothing at all. Everything goes on the CD that they receive. And so they have their kit, so we don't retain it. No information whatsoever.
Okay.
And also, a lot of parents that come up to see this whistle on the river and Chalk and the Walk,
Chalk the Walk.
Yeah.
they're from outside this community.
Right.
And we will take them also. They've come up and said,
Oh,
geez, I never
wonderful.
knew this existed. And
Yeah.
so it's there. It's a, we're just one cog in the wheel, Paul, of all the KSC, the Lions, the Legion, and numerous other activities in this city that help make it what it is, the community it is.
Oh, it's true.
And we
Yeah,
just,
sure.
we're just one
And
of
you're an
those.
important part about it. I mean that seriously. So.
Okay. Thank you.
It's, you never stop giving. You never stop working. So.
Yes, he's a very excellent guy.
Let's talk about your scholarship fund. The St. Clair Masonic Lodge, Evergreen Lodge number 9 of St. Clair, Michigan, historically has given a scholarship. Let's just touch on that. Two of them.
Two $1,000 scholarships
Two $1,000.
to high school seniors from St. Clair High.
Okay.
And he's on, I believe you're the one who goes through the paperwork and decides who's.
Mrs. Zopowitz, the school counselor.
Yep.
We're on a first name basis
Right.
after all these years, but she does a tremendous job. And it's rather, I don't say emotional, but when you start reading through these scholarship applications, in some parts of our community, even though they have the talents and abilities in these different venues, or not venues, but these different backgrounds, some people are really in financial straits. So we base these scholarships also on need. So it's a need basis, meaning both GPA and what you do to the community, your extracurricular activities and your home life all play a part of the mix. And it's a really tough call when you get down to the after you've eliminated a lot, the final ones.
That's really heartwarming to hear that it's not a popularity contest and it's not who you know, but what you put down on that piece of paper and what you've accomplished for yourself and for the community.
Right.
Plus, after they're awarded, I think a lot of people don't know, I've had students call me or send me a card, and I've seen in person just walk up to me and said, you don't know how much this has meant to me and my family. And very sincere, sometimes with a little emotion. And that's what it's all about, just hearing them or writing that thing.
Right.
So we used to take all the proceeds from our pancake breakfast. And then the charities seemed to all gravitate to that. Everybody had a pancake breakfast. And after you attend a couple of months, and you say to your wife, let's go to the pancake breakfast like that.
No, I've had enough pancakes.
Yeah. So we thought, and we started to reduce our numbers. So we thought, we need something to facilitate some type of cash flow so that we can go out and provide the scholarship, because it was getting to the margins were very close.
Because our membership had declined in the 80s and 90s,
Like
which
all-
stuck around with dues. Dues go with that.
Yeah.
So, but it's nice to see that we are seeing a bigger increase in membership, and people are more interested in joining clubs like the Masons and KFC and all those other groups, because their focus is to help the community.
That's right.
And what better way to live a life than go out and help others?
So you're going to have an Oktoberfest, and ironically, it's going to be in October to raise some funds for the scholarship, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Not all will go to specific scholarships. There's some incidental costs
Right.
with having the entertainment and buying the supplies, but the majority of it will go for the.
I'll hold this up for Jared to give me a tight shot of, and talk to me about it. When's the date?
That is October 3rd. It's going to happen, it starts at 4 p.m. and it goes to about 11 o'clock at night. We're going to have Alan Turner. He's going to be our band playing that evening. He's going to be playing roughly from 6:30 to about 10:30 at night, with a break in between. We're going to have all German food. All the members of the lodge get together and we cook all the food fresh. And the food is included in the price of the ticket. The ticket's $20. We'll also have refreshments there, sodas, beer. We're actually going to have Hofbrau, which is
Hofbrau.
Yeah, it's an excellent beer. Excellent German beer, especially in Oktoberfest.
Right.
What else are we going to have there?
Some prizes that are
Yeah, we'll have
drawn,
drawings, prizes. We have a raffle going on.
And I understand that Carl will be wearing his own set of lederhosen.
He's going to try it on. Whether or not it fits this year, we'll see. But there's a lot of information at stclairoktoberfest.com if you want to go on the internet and check that out.
I think if you put up a picture of Carl in his lederhosen on that website.
No, we want people to come.
Oh!
So let's not go there. But it should be a fun evening. We're going to have it right outside of our Masonic Hall in the tent.
Good.
We'll be outside at 1800 St. Clair Highway. We'll have parking.
And you can get to the lodge.
Yes.
Under a couple of days. You just have to go, if you're coming out of downtown St. Clair on St. Clair Highway, you have to just go around the DPW. And
if you
can
go up
make
the
it.
street with the Dairy Queen, that'll lead you straight to St. Clair Highway, Hathaway. And you make a
Hathaway.
right. You make
Go
a
right
right.
up Hathaway.
Right up Hathaway. When it dead ends, make a right, and our lodge is about a half mile on the left.
Okay, so don't worry about trying to get through the...
Don't worry about all. Well, parking will be a good time. It's open to the public, and it's just a good time.
Steve, you're a good man.
Thank you.
Carl, we know you are.
Well, Paul, thank
So,
you.
good
I
seeing you,
would
yeah.
like to mention one thing.
Well,
our
we're out of
contact,
time. No, we got plenty of time.
Our contact person
Yes.
for the Child ID program is Jim Stockwell
Okay.
at 810
Do I have to call and make a reservation?
No.
335
Just in case you might have any questions.
1165. Again, that's 810 335 1165. And Jim can fill you on different informations and that's pertinent to this. But
All right. So that's 335-1165. 335-1165 if you have any questions regarding the program that the St. Clair Masonic Lodge is going to perform during Whistles on the Water all day long. You're going to be there all day, right?
Yes, 9 to 5.
Yes, Carl.
I just want to take a moment to thank you for all you do for all the organizations in this town and all you have done.
Well, we try.
Paul is there and so many different venues to help everybody out. And Mr. Dingman,
appreciate that,
you
sir.
and your lovely wife, I mean, we thank you so much for what you do.
That's part of that's what we love to do. That's why this little CTV has grown, because people respond to things we've done and trying to keep the community going, keep it a great place to live.
Mm-hmm.
So before I was so rudely interrupted by a nice compliment from Mr. Herzer, the number again was 335-1165. The date is the 26th, a Saturday of September. The huge event called Whistles on the Water. Tell all your friends and relatives. It's a unique thing. It's growing every year. It's just it's a worthwhile thing to stop by at least for 20 minutes or a half hour and see some history and see a great event in our little town. Till next time, Paul Dingeman, thanks for tuning in.
Tune in again soon for another episode of Focus. Make sure to check CTV out on www.watchctv.org or like us on Facebook.